Hey, for everyone, my name's John Irwin. I'm a director here at Leighton in Toronto. I'm joined today by Maggie from AXIS. Maggie, might as well start off because the first question is for you to introduce yourself. So did you want to introduce yourself and your company and kind of why you've got into this kind of thing?
Sure. So hello, everyone. My name is Maggie Xu, and I am the co-founder of the AXIS project. My background is actually in traditional finance and also corporate law. I was a lawyer for about 2 years and then realized that's not exactly for me. So I just started looking and got very lucky to tap into a technology startup at a time. This is about 3-4 years ago. And yeah, I've just been in blockchain ever since. My last position was, I was the CEO at Jax Wallet. Jax is one of the most popular blockchain wallets in the world. We had about over 2 million downloads, all organically. So a lot of people use it. It's been founded by the co-founder of Ethereum, Anthony Diorio. And yeah, I think I was very fortunate to be able to start in business development there and just really learning my way like up high in terms of how is a product being built. When you have a product design team that works with the developers, what are some of the tactics and opportunities there? And also from a marketing perspective, how do you really start getting people engaged in your product? Yeah, I was there for about 3 years. I mean, it's so much fun. Like, this is what attracts me to blockchain because a lot of it, there is no set handbook, and every day a lot of just kind of trying it, experimenting with it, and then gathering the data so that you know how to do it better the next time. So yeah, I've been just in the space, and late last year, because of personal reasons, I left Jax, and I thought at the time, hey, maybe it's time for me to start something on my own. So just about the same time, a good friend approached me, and she had this idea that, right now we have a lot of the banking system. That's what fintech is really about, right? Like, how do we add on to the current system? But what if we can design a new system in a way where individuals can transact with each other and can do business with each other peer to peer? And so we started talking about this new decentralized finance concept. And that's really the foundation for AXIS. It is where anyone with a smartphone, like just with a smartphone, it was your internet, you can start engaging in transactions and also other businesses with anyone else around the world, even if you don't know each other. And a lot of other things can flow from it as well. So for example, right now, we're actually working with a very big art community. They're one of the largest art publishing communities. So we're in talking and we're thinking about how do we create a way where artists can start owning their data because of blockchain, and then they can do other stuff that flows from it. So I'm going to stop there, and Jonathan, I'm going to pass it back to you.
That's awesome. No, thank you so much. And so you've just recently gotten into this, but the way you speak and the videos that I've seen, it sounds like you've been involved in blockchain for many years.
I've been blockchain for 3 years.
Okay.
Yes.
Just a side question, just as you talk about the AXIS platform, have you heard about this real-time rail that's coming out, RTR? There was just an article published, and it's about being able to send and receive payments within seconds, and Interact is behind it. Have you heard about that?
So I have heard that Interact wants to get into the space. I think a lot of the big players are finally seeing the value that blockchain is bringing. And so we're seeing like Goldman Sachs, like Merrill Lynch, like we're seeing a lot happening right now, which is fantastic, right? It's really bring this technology to the forefront of everyone's kind of eyesight right now.
Sure. So I know I've asked this question from a couple of different people in videos, but in your own words, how would you define blockchain to someone?
Okay. Yes, I've been asked this one a couple of times as well. So I think blockchain, on the simplest terms, is a network of computers, and computers all share the same record of data. And so like that's a pretty easy concept, right? These computers are connected to internet, they share the same data. The beauty is because they share the same data, if one computer, let's say, lies about it or has a different data, all the other computers are going to boot them out. And so you really have this one copy that cannot be changed, cannot be altered, and that instills trust. Like right now, you can trust this algorithm that's shared by millions of computers around the world. And so when you have that trust, a lot of the middlemen can be cut out. So you can have more of the peer-to-peer play, right? Because of that trust. So I think fundamentally, that's what's at play. And then that technology can really permeate into a wide variety of industries like legal, finance, art. Like because of this this factor, you can do so much with it.
That's a great definition. Thank you for that. It really simplifies it. It's like a distributed database kind of, but with no kind of central power over it. So that's great. So with blockchain and especially crypto becoming more popular with Bitcoin going above 50,000 US and things like that, more and more of, I would say, beginners are getting involved. What would be some of the key blockchain or even crypto terms that even one or two or three that people should know about?
Okay, this is a fun one. So I think first term that everyone should know is a whale. And a whale is someone who holds a large amount of cryptocurrency. So you often hear, oh, that's a whale call. Like what that means is a whale is on the move. Either they're moving money away from the exchange, meaning you might see a big dump in the market, or you can see the amount of addresses holding, like, let's say 10 Bitcoin or 100 Bitcoins, which right now is pretty much an astronomical amount. Back a couple years ago, it's like, hey, that's how much it takes to buy a pizza, right? Like 10.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah, there's that use case.
Like the $1 million pizza that people bought.
Yeah. Do you remember how many Bitcoins that pizza was bought with?
Oh my gosh,
20 or I can't remember.
Yeah, it's definitely in the two figures. Yeah. Yes. That is one heck of a pizza. So that is one term, a whale. Second term would be mooning, the moon, mooning.
Okay.
So when, let's say, hey, Bitcoin is mooning, what that means is Bitcoin is going to the moon. It's taking off.
Skyrocketing.
A big price surge. Yeah, exactly. So if any of your listeners are Elon Musk fans, like I am one, you're probably going to see him, tweeting a lot about just Bitcoin and cryptocurrency right now. And he always says, hey, it's going to the moon. So that's what that reference is all about. And then the third one, if you just want to limit it to three, you know what? I would pick LFG because if you follow a lot of cryptocurrency YouTubers or Instagrammers, you're going to see this term a lot. LFG just stands for Let's Effing Go. And a lot of times when the market's doing it, it's kind of like, consolidation, or if we're so pumped to just go ahead, but you can see the market kind of waiting, people go LFG. And that's just like, hey, let's cheerlead and let's just go. Yep. So there you go, Jonathan. Those would be the three terms.
I appreciate that, Maggie. That's great. Those are real ones. I was expecting you to talk about HODL, but that's more of a. but you did talk about that.
You know what? That's okay. Let's throw that one because yes. Okay. HODL is a big one that people should know about as well. Yes. So it's HODL, HODL, and HODL for your dear life, and that just means that do not sell your Bitcoin or your cryptocurrency. So I would say a caveat is only put in what you're able to risk, right? Because investment is risky. But once you put in, like a lot of times, like for me personally, if I put money in a project, it means I believe in that project. So it's less from an investment perspective. It's more I want to show support. Yep.
Good. Awesome. That's great. Thank you for that. So the next question is, I'm asking you to put on your future thinking cap. And how do you see blockchain and crypto? I know they're similar, but they could go in different paths. How do you see them evolving in the future? I know that's a very ambiguous question and very general question, but maybe pick one path and go with that, if I could suggest that.
Okay. So I think a good angle to go from is the future of work and future of internet angle. And what I mean by that is, if you think about how internet has really evolved, right? We had Web 1.0, which is just a bunch of coders, writing their codes in a command line, and most of us can really access it. And then you have Web 2.0, and that has a way better interface for the user. So all the big players right now, Facebook, Google, Instagram, they're all considered Web 2.0. And that's just, you have the central party, they host servers and we connect to them. And when we say, we're connected with millions around the world, we're really connected to these few big players, and they connect us to someone else. And now we have this new movement called Web 3.0.
3.0.
Yes. And I'm personally very excited about this movement. And what that entails is, now individuals can literally connect to each other. It's like when you go on BitTorrent or Pirate Bay, like it's really powered by the same type of technology where—
Not that we condone going and
not that we're supporting that, exactly. It's just an analogy, right? Exactly, very good to point it out. Disclaimer. But it's the same type of concept where, like, if I was to explain to a friend, where you don't have one source that can take the whole thing down. So I think it's very interesting to see how are we going to evolve into this new paradigm shift, and also in terms of future of work. Like, I see people start thinking on different jobs, having flexible hours, especially after COVID, and how do we empower that? And I think blockchain and the future of crypto is what can empower it, right? Because now I can take a job from someone across the world, and I can rely on this blockchain technology for them to pay me, because the smart contract has that encoded. It's not like, hey, I do design work for you and I know you're going to pay me, or I know I'm going to get a royalty kickback when I sell this piece of art. And I think that is just very powerful, and we're only getting started. And I think giving this message out, allowing more people to understand it. Like, there's a great Netflix documentary called The Social Dilemma.
Oh, yes.
If anyone hasn't watched it, I strongly recommend. So a lot of the high-level execs from big companies like Google are in this movie, and they're talking about the problems that they see from a moral and ethical perspective. So I see this technology as a way to help resolve that problem and to work hand in hand with a lot of the current big players.
That's great. Yeah, and on the flip side, it is kind of scary though too, because like websites or forums like Parlay, who were easily taken down by Amazon, if they were to build something on Web 3.0, it'd be very difficult to kind of silence them going forward. So you've got a lot of positives, but also there are some kind of worrisome things that maybe that we need to make sure that. It's great. Sorry, not to be a negative Nanny, but
no. I just actually want to put a touch on that. Like, I think a lot of it is about teamwork, right? It's not about, hey, like, let's replace them. It's about how do we work together? Like, I'm sure they understand as well. They see the shift coming. They want to be a part of it. And man, I mean, Google has built so many free apps that I'm very grateful for. So how do we work together with them? And I think that's where the conversation should go.
That's a great point. That's a good way to spin it. I like that. Thank you, Maggie. So my last question, second to last question, because I have one that I'm going to surprise you with, but we'll just talk about this. Are there any upcoming events that you're attending or that you're putting on, or any upcoming projects that you'd like to share with our viewers?
Okay. So I'm very excited about this new NFT platform that we're building as part of AXIS. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about it. So we are building, it's almost like an Amazon where people can go on and they can buy and sell different artwork and different creative work, but it has a different spin in a way that the creator, so let's say I'm an Instagrammer, right now, if I put a video on Instagram, I put a lot of work into it, but Instagram is what ultimately owns my video. So we're building a network where the creator can really own their own work. And their work is basically put on this platform called IPFS, which is a decentralized platform. And now they have the rights to that video or that art or whatever that creative work is, and that copyright is on the blockchain. So it's provably verifiable that this is your work. If someone else later have the same copy, you can say, hey, look, my work is there first, therefore I'm the creator and not you, right? So I'm very excited to be launching this new platform, and I'm currently in talks with different communities on how do we collaborate and allow people so we'll probably have a whitelist of about 50 creators first and have them go on there, and it'll be very easy for them to generate their work. Like they literally just have to press a button, upload their work, and we make sure that it's on the blockchain. And then they sell it to their followers, and their followers, another beauty to the artist is that it's not just a one-time sell. They actually get a forever royalty kickback. Because it's on the blockchain, they can just put in their wallet address, and every single sale afterwards of this piece of art, they get a piece as well. So yeah, very excited to be launching that platform sometime this year, hopefully soon.
That's exciting, yeah.
Yes.
And by NFT, you mean non-fungible token, right?
Yes, thank you for mentioning. It is just another type of cryptocurrency.
Yeah, just FYI, I do own a piece of crypto art. It's in my Coinbase wallet, but I love the words to access it, so I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to access it.
Oh no!
I know, very sad. Yeah. My last question to you, and you may not have an answer to this, but I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you have a favorite crypto that you're looking at, that you're following, or that you'd like to talk about, or would you rather keep that on the down low?
You know what? So I'm all about supporting others in the community. And so actually, if anyone wants to learn more about cryptocurrency and NFT, Clubhouse is actually a really good platform right now. Jonathan, I know we had a talk. And
you don't have an iPhone.
Exactly. Clubhouse is only opening up to iOS users right now, but I'm sure they're working away at the Android version. But for anyone who's on iOS, there's a lot of great NFT talks on there right now. One project I want to touch on, I know the co-founder personally as well. It's called Flow, F-L-O-W. So the co-founders are actually the ones who have built CryptoKitty, which is really the godfather of NFT. So back in the Ethereum network. Yes, back in 2017, when everyone else is still all about the tokens, they actually went and built this game on the Ethereum network, and it's been played by millions around the world. It's the first blockchain project that really kicked down the whole network because of how many people came on. So they now are building this new project called Flow, and it is a very user-friendly blockchain that's very fast, and it doesn't cost a lot of fee, right? So it could potentially replace Ethereum. Like the potential upside is just very high, and I've checked out all their developer documents, and it is a project of quality. So I urge any of the listeners, if you're interested, just go on their website, just Google it, and they have a playground for the developers as well to go and start testing different products.
Vitalik, watch out.
It would be another team play.
No.
Not a combat, you know?
Yeah, the blockchain community is all about inclusiveness and helping each other out. So I don't mean that.
Exactly, collaboration. But yeah, but it's always fun to call shout outs to people.
Yes, exactly, yeah. Maggie, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate you. I'm sure that our listeners and viewers will appreciate this video and definitely will have learned some things from this. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.